You know that dream of owning your own home, having a front yard, that feeling of real stability? It's such a huge part of the American story. But for so many people, there's this one little number that just seems to slam the door shut: your credit score. And if that number isn't perfect, it can feel like that whole dream is just completely out of reach. But what if it's not? What if that number isn't a final verdict, but just a starting point? Let's walk through how you can turn that dream into a reality, even if your credit score is, well, less than perfect. So let's meet Alex. He's 28, has a pretty steady job, and he is so tired of paying rent. All he wants is a place to call his own. But his financial past is just kind of hanging over him like this big storm cloud. He's always looking at houses online, but every single time the same thought just stops him cold. There is no way I'd ever get approved for a loan. He just feels completely and totally stuck. And this is the villain of our story. A single number, 580. That's Alex's credit score. Now, to a lender, that number practically screams risk. But to Alex, it feels like a final judgment, right? Like a label that just says not ready. It's the one thing he believes is holding him back from the future he really wants. But what Alex is about to find out is that this number isn't a dead end at all. Because, you see, a low score isn't a life sentence. It's a starting point. It's the signal that it's time to switch from worrying to working, from just hoping to actually taking action. It's time to build a real financial game plan. And it all starts with a few clear, totally manageable steps. Okay, so here's our roadmap. 4 fundamental steps to take control of the situation. First, check the score. Second, actually understand what's in the report. Third, get to work improving that score. And fourth, start saving. So let's dive into step 1. First things first, Alex has to face the number head on because you can't fix what you can't see, right? You are legally entitled to a free credit report every single year from each of the 3 major bureaus. That's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So Alex heads over to annualcreditreport.com, takes a deep breath, and pulls his reports. The number is what it is, but now he has the full picture. You know, a credit score isn't some kind of magic. It's just math. And the biggest piece of that pie, a full 35%, is your payment history. Simple question: are you paying your bills on time? Another 30% is all about how much you owe. The rest is just a mix of things like how long you've had credit, any new accounts, and the different types of credit you use. For Alex, seeing this breakdown was a total light bulb moment. He realized, wow, those late payments back in college are what's really hurting me. Okay, so with this new knowledge, he can finally take action. Alex immediately sets up automatic payments for every single bill, no exceptions. He starts attacking his highest interest credit card, paying way more than the minimum. He also scans his report and, what do you know, he finds an error. A bill he paid off is still listed as delinquent, so he disputes it right away. This isn't about some quick fix, it's about building new consistent habits. Now, while he's working on his credit, Alex also kicks off step 4, saving money. Even just an extra $50 a week, automatically transferred to a totally separate savings account, really starts to add up. He's building his fund for a down payment and closing costs, and in the process, he's proving to himself and to future lenders that he's financially responsible. So, a few months go by, Alex's score is slowly but surely ticking upward, and his savings account is actually growing. He's not just dreaming anymore, he's actively preparing. And now it's time to enter the next phase, navigating the whole mortgage process. And this is where a brand new path opens up for Alex. He discovers something called the FHA loan. It's a mortgage that's insured by the Federal Housing Administration, and it is specifically designed to help people who don't have perfect credit or a huge down payment. For him, this is an absolute game changer. And here's why this is such a big deal. A conventional loan, they'll probably want a credit score of 620, maybe even higher. But an FHA loan, you can potentially qualify with a score as low as 580, sometimes even lower, all depending on your down payment. For Alex, this is the key that unlocks a door he thought was permanently shut and locked. But listen, not all FHA lenders are created equal, and this is a lesson that can save you thousands of dollars. Alex learns that he has to shop around, so he talks to 3 different mortgage brokers. You wouldn't believe it, but even a tiny difference in the interest rate can add up to a massive amount of money over the 30-year life of the loan. He ends up finding a lender who really specializes in FHA loans and is excited to work with him. With his chosen lender, Alex takes the next giant leap. He gets pre-approved for a loan.
Now, this isn't just some casual estimate. The lender has gone through his credit, his income, his savings, the whole 9 yards. He now has a letter in his hand that says exactly how much house he can afford. And just like that, he's no longer a dreamer. He's a serious, qualified buyer.
He is so close. The pre-approval is in hand, but now is actually the most critical time. This is the final push, and it's all about making his application as strong and as stable as it can possibly be before he starts making offers on actual homes.
And would you look at this? After nearly a year of hard work, paying every bill on time, chipping away at his debt, saving consistently, Alex checks his score again. It's now 640. He's officially moved himself into a much stronger borrowing category, which means he'll almost certainly get a better interest rate and have more options.
Now, for some people, even after all this progress, the numbers might still be a little tight. And this is where another strategy can come into play: getting a cosigner. This is usually someone with good credit, maybe a parent or another family member, who agrees to share the legal responsibility for the loan with you. Now, this is a huge decision, and it's definitely not one to be taken lightly. On the one hand, a cosigner can for sure strengthen an application and help you get better terms, but the cons are really serious. If you miss a payment, it hurts their credit score, not just yours. Alex actually decides against it because he feels confident in his own progress. But for some buyers, it can be that final piece of the puzzle. Okay, from the second you get pre-approved until you have those keys in your hand, this is the single most important rule of the game. Do not open a new credit card. Do not go finance a car or a bunch of new furniture. Any change to your debt-to-income ratio, that's basically the percentage of your monthly income that goes toward paying off debt, can put your entire loan in jeopardy at the very last minute. Alex puts his credit on total lockdown.
All right, all the pieces are finally in place. The credit is repaired, the savings are ready, the pre-approval is secure. Alex is finally ready to cross that finish line and turn his long-held dream into a real-life address.
His final move is to find a crucial partner, a real estate agent who really understands first-time homebuyers and the ins and outs of FHA loans. She becomes his expert guide through that whole maze of finding a home in his price range, making a smart offer, and navigating all the inspections and paperwork. The key is, he's not alone in these final, pretty complex steps. In the end, the biggest thing Alex learned was that his credit score was just one chapter in his financial story, and it was not the final one. He learned that he had the power to write the next chapter himself, all through discipline, education, and just having a clear plan. So is the dream of home ownership really out of reach if you have bad credit? Absolutely not. The path is there. It's open. It might take a little more work and, a little more patience, but it all starts with that one single first step. The only question left is, are you ready to take it?